Tension in the market. The £50 million midfielder that Arsenal wants to sign makes a bombshell revelation. Meanwhile, Paul Merson claims that a special forward should not go to Tottenham or Manchester United, but has a great chance of signing for Arsenal. And to top it off, Arsenal already has a second summer transfer lined up, which won't be a problem. All this and more you can check out now with the top Arsenal news directly from Emirates Stadium. So make sure to like the video and check your subscription so you don't miss any updates. And without further ado, let's get started. As it stands, both Jorginho and Thomas Partey are poised to bid farewell to Arsenal come summer, with their contracts winding down to their final days. Jorginho, who's been a rock-solid performer for Mikel Arteta's side, has already lined up his next gig. While he's been a fantastic servant to the club, the reality is that he's not getting any younger. Time waits for no one, and that includes seasoned footballers. Partey, on the other hand, will be blowing out 32 candles come June, which explains why Arsenal is casting a wide net, eyeing younger talents like Martin Zubimendi, among others, to inject some fresh blood into the midfield. Looking ahead, it seems like Arsenal is gearing up for a major spending spree this summer, aiming to overhaul not just their midfield, but their attacking line as well. However, there's a bit of a hitch. They're currently without a sporting director to steer the ship. Finding a replacement for Ada needs to be at the top of Arsenal's to-do list. The next 6 months are going to be crucial for Arteta's plans, and the last thing the club needs is to waste precious time without someone calling the shots. The clock is ticking, and Arsenal needs to get their ducks in a row to ensure a smooth and successful summer transfer window. So here's the deal. TBR Football let it slip that Arsenal has been keeping a close eye on Nico Paz, a young Argentine international who's currently making waves under Cesc Fabregas at Como in Italy. The Gunners have been tracking the 20-year-old's progress, who, by the way, made the switch to Como from none other than Real Madrid. But here's the catch. Despite Arsenal's keen interest, it looks like their scouting efforts might be all for nothing. Why? Because Paz has openly admitted that his heart is set on a return to the Spanish capital. In a recent chat with Sky Italia, he spilled the beans on his future aspirations, saying, "For now, I'm not planning my future yet. I'm focused on Como. Then who knows, my dream would be to return to play for Real Madrid one day." To make matters even more complicated, Fabregas recently dropped a bombshell, revealing that any club interested in snapping up Paz would have to fork out a hefty £50 million. But here's the kicker. Real Madrid has a buyback clause that allows them to re-sign Paz for a much smaller fee over the next 2 years. So from every angle, a move back to Real Madrid starts to make a lot of sense for the young midfielder. Now, let's talk about what Arsenal really needs. If you ask me, chasing after Paz isn't the smartest move. Last season, the Gunners focused too much on beefing up their squad depth and not enough on strengthening their starting 11. And now, Mikel Arteta is feeling the heat for not bringing in that much-needed star quality as seen in their recent struggles against Newcastle. What Arsenal should be doing is zeroing in on signing Martin Zubimendi to bolster their midfield. And let's not forget about their attacking options. The club needs to go all out to secure one of their top targets, like Benjamin Sesko or Alexander Isak. Those are the caliber of players that can truly make a difference and help Arsenal compete at the highest level. So let's hope the Gunners get their priorities straight and make some smart moves in the upcoming transfer window. Paul Merson claims that a special forward should not go to Tottenham or Manchester United, but has a great chance of signing for Arsenal. As Arsenal crashed out of the Carabao Cup semi-final with a 2-0 loss to Newcastle United, the spotlight is now firmly on their failure to address a glaring issue: the lack of a top-notch striker. The Gunners can no longer be considered a work in progress. They're one of Europe's elite teams, and it's high time they plug the gaps in their squad. Once again, their chances of securing silverware this season are looking slim. Over in the Premier League, Liverpool has opened up a 6-point lead over Mikel Arteta's side. Given the Reds' current form under Arne Slot, it would be a bold move to count them out of the title race just yet. Wednesday night's match served as a stark reminder of what Arsenal is missing. Alexander Isak put on a clinical display, showcasing exactly why he's considered one of the best center forwards around. His performance was a painful illustration of the void in Arsenal's attack. Arteta is a huge fan of Isak, and the Swede is reportedly Arsenal's top target. However, the harsh reality is that Arteta currently lacks a number 9 with Isak's all-around prowess. The absence of a complete striker is a significant weakness that Arsenal needs to address urgently if they hope to compete at the highest level and bring home some some much-needed trophies. The pressure is on for the Gunners to make the right moves in the transfer market and bolster their attacking options. Paul Merson says Alexander Isak is destined to sign for Arsenal. Paul Merson believes that Isak is destined to sign for Arsenal if he were to leave Newcastle. As Merson sang Isak's praises, he also discounted Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester United, Manchester City and Aston Villa from signing the former Real Sociedad goal scorer.
It'll come down to money. You know, I don't know the lad, but that's what it more likely comes down to. If someone comes in and they offer a lot of money, you know, it will be hard, you know. So for me, I don't know. At the moment, you know, they're in the final. Will they win it? If they play Tottenham, maybe. If they play Liverpool, it's going to be harder. But yeah, the lad's a special player. But on the way in, I was thinking, where's he going to go? Where can he go? He's not going Man City. He's not going to go Man United. You know, I don't know if Man United got any money to buy anybody anyway. He's not going to go Tottenham. I don't think he'll go Villa. I think he can only go to Arsenal in the whole world, really, unless it's Real Madrid, and they got Mbappe anyway. So for me, it's owning Arsenal where he can go, and then it'll be up to him. Does he want to go and play for Arsenal and might win something, or stay at Newcastle and might win something? So it'd be an interesting one, but it all depends on the fair play rule as well. I don't know what Newcastle have to do.
Arsenal already has a second summer transfer lined up, which won't be a problem. Arsenal completed just one deal on deadline day, sanctioning the loan of Academy center-back Maldini Kakuri to Bromley. Aside from the defender's switch for the remainder of the season, Arteta's transfer wishes for a forward were not answered. Now, the Gunners will have to wait until the summer to bolster the squad, with attention and pressure firmly on Arsenal's hierarchy to deliver when the 2024/25 calendar concludes. No problem with Arsenal securing transfer for Joan Garcia. Already, there are big plans for the summer, with Arsenal closing in on the capture of Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad. Zubimendi will bolster Arteta's options in midfield in what will be an impressive transfer given that the Spaniard rejected a move to Liverpool in 2024. While Arsenal are likely to strike a deal for Zubimendi, the Euro 2024 winner isn't the only player the Gunners are back to acquire. That's according to reports in Spain, as Sport commented on Joan Garcia's future. Garcia was linked to Arsenal in the summer as an option to replace Aaron Ramsdale, but Neto was signed instead. Despite heavy speculation, the goalkeeper remained at Espanyol for the 2024-25 campaign, but a move looks to be on the horizon for the Spaniard. Sport relayed that Arsenal have already met with Garcia's representatives, adding that an agreement with the player would not be a problem in the summer. It's understood that the shot-stopper has already expressed his willingness to sign for Arsenal, with the Gunners poised to return to Garcia when the summer transfer window opens. While Arsenal's interest in Garcia seems to be locked in ahead of the summer, Espanyol have one condition that must be met to grant the goalkeeper's transfer. Sport insisted that despite the deal looking likely to happen, Espanyol will not budge in their demands for the Gunners to pay the 23-year-old's full release clause. Sitting at 30 million euros, 25 million pounds, Garcia is likely to cost a similar price to the 27 million pounds Arsenal paid for David Raya, whose transfer was made permanent last summer. As seen through Raya's progression, paying a sufficient amount for a goalkeeper is worthwhile, with Garcia's future certainly something to watch as the summer approaches. Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.